Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lovin Riyadh show. I'm your host Sarah, and today is the first day of May. Well, the 1st of May, yeah. Today we'll be discussing some nice topics. I know I always say that, or we always say that, but today I'm actually very excited to let you know on what I have. So we're gonna find out what happened when Faisal and Saud surprised Tariq Al Omari. And actually I'm super stoked to tell you about Tariq's story. So stay tuned for that. And first Hajj flights from Turkey just landed in Saudi, and there are some details that you would like to know if you are going to Hajj this year. Okay, up first, we've got Tariq Al Omari. I don't know if you heard about the story of Tariq Al Omari. He became a very well-known person over TikTok, especially Saudi TikTok. He was seen on the streets, and he's got some injuries on his face, and people were all wondering why does he have that. And actually Tariq was homeless for a while, and he's got like a viral video that's been going around, I think back in 2018, 2019, maybe earlier, or maybe like a bit older than that. I can't remember exactly. But he told his story about what happened to his face, and it's because he was laying under a car to like shade from the sun, and because the sun was very, hot, it kind of, So the Prince of Tabuk stepped in when he saw what was happening for him, and he was like morbidly obese. So the Prince of Tabuk, he provided care for him, and he transferred him to King Fahd Specialist Hospital. And he left early, but then they took him back to receive full care at Haql General Hospital in Al Haql. And after that, the Prince Abdullah, surprised him, and he visited Tariq in the hospital, and he asked Tariq, like, what do you wanna, what do you wish for? And what he asked for actually left people and left the Prince Abdullah in shock. Tariq actually wanted to meet up with his heroes, Faisal Al Issa and Abdullah Al Sadhan and Saud Al Qahtani. And surprise, surprise, the next day he was surprised with gifts, and he got to meet his icons. So Faisal Al Issa is actually the star of Shabab Al Bum, and Abdullah Al Sadhan is one of the most OG actors, well-known actors in Saudi, who filmed in Tash Matash, if you know Tash Matash. And Saud Al Qahtani, I believe he's a TikTok streamer, a very well-known TikTok streamer that lots of people love him. So firstly, Faisal Al Issa and Shabab Al Bum team spread joy by visiting Tariq at the hospital with flowers and a special gift. It was so nice. And and actually Sheikh Abu Elyas covered Tariq's dowry after a woman reached out. A woman actually wanted to get married to Tariq. So lots of things have been happening to Tariq, and that is really nice to know. And another thing that happened to him, the Yarmouk Telecom team joined in, and they gifted him a phone, like a brand new phone. That is very nice, and it's so super nice to see the entire community just coming together to create this bond with Tariq. It's such a nice thing to witness. On to our second topic, which is first Hajj flights from Turkey just landed in Saudi, which marks it's officially Hajj season. So Hajj season actually starts around the beginning of June, which I believe is 4, 5, 6 or something around the beginning of June. And the first Hajj flights from Turkey just landed in Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara in the what do you call it? In Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara, and the countdown started as soon as they landed. So actually, which something super cool, and when I told you that there are some tips or some things that you would like to know, Saudi teams are preparing trained staff by speaking multiple languages. So whatever kind of language you speak, let's say you don't speak English, or maybe your parents don't speak English, or someone you know don't speak proper English, there are multilingual, I think you can call them that. Multilingual or multiple languages provided there, like a staff speaking to you with whatever what do you call it? Language you speak. And that's all. And they're also backed up by cutting edge tech. That's to ensure that all the pilgrims have a smooth and simple entry, which is super cool because, like Hajj has a lot, like always the season of Hajj. If you know, of course you know Hajj, but like if you don't know what happens in Hajj, basically a lot of people come together in Mecca al-Mukarramah to perform the fifth pillar of Islam, which is al-Hajj. And also, they're not only gonna do that for people who come to like airports. It's not just about airplanes and flights and stuff. These services, like the multilingual and the high tech and the smooth, sailing of things, is not about just flights and about airplanes. It's also about arriving people or pilgrims who are arriving by land or sea. And they're getting the same exact level of care to make sure their journey kicks off right. Inshallah, this season is gonna be very organized and very simple and very smooth sailing for everyone, for all the pilgrims coming from everywhere. And fun fact, did you know that last year Hajj season had nearly 1.8 million pilgrims. And we've seen what happened in Ramadan. I don't remember the exact statistics, but a lot of people came. And imagine that happened in Ramadan. What about the Hajj season? It's about to be exciting. A lot of people are about to come. So brace yourself and don't forget that you need your permit to perform Hajj. So anyone who's performing Hajj this year, don't forget your permit. That is it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you again, inshallah, me and Rama, next Sunday. Hope you have an amazing weekend. I know I said that yesterday, but hope you have an amazing weekend. And good night or good morning or good evening, depending on when are you listening to this podcast. Have a good one. Thank you.